Banished is a sandbox city building game developed by Shining Rock Software and released on Steam back in February. It is a surprisingly complex palette of characteristics wrapped in a simple concept. You start your city building journey with a set group of people and supplies dependent on your difficulty preference. The map is randomly generated, creating a variety of topography, even though the terrain will all look the same. You have rivers to fish in, trade in, trees to construct your buildings and keep your villagers warm, and plenty of natural resources to advance the variety of structures and items in your town. The simple concept of this game is survive with what you are given, no enemies to fight, no arguments. Simple enough, right? No, not really. Banished does not give you the opportunity to work up to an actual city, a deception of the genre that this game inhabits. Games like SimCity and Cities XL will give you the possibility to build up to hundreds of thousands of people in your city and work up to a sprawling metropolis. But you are likely to lose more people than you could ever maintain in any of your game sessions in Banished. Because your enemy is not an opposing town, economy, or diplomacy, it makes Banished more unique. Your enemy in this game is purely just survival and time. It's almost like any other game that asks you to survive the zombie apocalypse, but instead of the undead clawing at your door, it is your own mistakes and idleness that will kill off your townsfolk. It is this concept of simplicity that deceived me at first. I expected to just cruise by, enjoy a relaxing game of construction and trade, watching over my townsfolk and making sure they were happy. After an hour of gameplay into my first town, half the town burned to the ground, another quarter starved to death, and the last portion froze in the winter. It did not go well. Banished is a tricky game. You must micromanage the town so much it has actually hurt my brain before. You must manage production rates, consumption rates, stockpiles, movement paths of your villagers, who does what job and how far away from everything else. All the while, winter could come along and ruin everything. Or an infection could kill off your livestock and threaten the lives of your village. I wanted Banished to be a lot more like Black and White, the god game with city building from back in 2006, but with less godly power and more city. However, in Black and White, you could leave your town for hours and come back later to find it was doing fine without you. In Banished, you could leave for 5 minutes and come back to find that your town had suffered some new strain of smallpox, where the survivors are trying to eat their shoes just to survive. So, yeah, this game does not run on autopilot and will punish you for every single slight mistake that you make. Balance the hell out of it. You cannot lean too far in any direction. Too much of any supply will take up too much of your storage and keep you from essential items that will keep your town alive. I first thought of this game like trying to balance spinning plates. If you overcompensate, you can fail somewhere else. But now, after playing for 30 hours, I think of it more like trying to keep a patient in the ICU alive 24/7. Monitor everything, make sure the IV is dripping steadily, and keep the blankets and pillows comfy. Sadly though, just like ICU patients, your town will eventually die. It's only a matter of how long you can keep it going. It's kind of sad, really. Overall, I immediately took to liking Banished, even though it beat me up and took my money. It's a very challenging game that really shows what makes us human in the first place. A challenge to survive is what drives us. No satisfaction can come from taking the easy way out. Keep your town alive and grow it into a sprawling city full of activity, then you will know a sense of accomplishment. Although, good luck with that. My town never grew past 60 villagers. Banished has a wonderful style, it's rustic and colorful, and doesn't try to draw you in with overly complicated visuals. The dev team focused on making a simple game with difficult mechanics. It will run on any modern PC and can be added to the stack of wonderful indie games that everyone should check out. Pick it up on Steam for around $20, or wait for the eventual Steam sale to bring it down more. I would suggest this game to anyone that likes puzzles or just city building in general. It's easy to learn, but tough to master. Thanks for checking out my video. Please subscribe or check out the other vids I have made. I will be back each week with a new game or some live gameplay footage. Until then, take care.